Most people think slow muscle growth means a better program, more protein, or better supplements. I thought that too until I looked at the research. Turns out a lot of lifters do everything right in the gym and sabotage their gains every night. You can train hard and eat perfectly and still look the same week after week, because muscle isn't built in the gym, it's built while you sleep. When sleep is missing, recovery stalls, strength plateaus, and gains disappear. That's why the most annoying advice in fitness is actually true: just sleep more. Sleep isn't optional, it's part of the muscle building system. Today, I'll show you exactly how sleep affects muscle growth, how much you need, and how to fix it in real life. Let's get into it. First, muscle is not built in the gym. This is the first idea most people miss. When you lift weights, you are not building muscle in that moment. You are creating a signal. You're basically telling your body, hey, we need to get stronger because life is heavy. The workout is the message. Think of it like sending an email to your body. But the actual work happens later, when your body reads that message and responds. After training, your body has to repair tiny damage in the muscle, refill energy stores, calm down your nervous system, and prepare you for the next session. That repair process needs protein, calories, water, hormones, and time. And the biggest recovery tool for all of it is sleep. Because sleep is when your body switches into repair mode. If you sleep badly, your body still tries to recover, but it's like charging your phone on 5% battery with a broken cable. Slow, weak, and annoying. You wake up technically alive, but not ready for anything heavy. Now let's talk about what sleep actually does for muscle growth. Sleep does 3 big jobs that matter for building muscle. First job, muscle repair training creates stress in the muscle. The body responds by rebuilding that muscle a little stronger than before. That is literally the goal. Sleep is one of the main times your body does that rebuilding work. It is also when soreness calms down and you start feeling fresh again. If you keep cutting sleep, that repair job gets rushed. And rushed repair means you go into your next workout still half recovered. Second job, it supports the hormone environment that helps growth. You do not need to memorize hormone names to understand this. When you sleep well, your body runs better. Recovery is smoother, energy is higher, you feel more stable. When sleep is low, the environment gets worse. Your body shifts toward survival mode more often. It focuses on getting you through the day, not building new muscle for fun. That is why people who sleep badly often feel flat. They train, but the body does not respond the same way. Third job, nervous system recovery. Strength is not only muscles, it is also your nervous system. Your nervous system tells your muscles how hard to contract, how many fibers to recruit, and how stable you feel under weight. When your nervous system is tired, everything feels heavier, your coordination gets worse, your form gets sloppy, your focus drops. That means you cannot train as hard and your progress slows. So sleep does not just help. Sleep directly affects your training quality and your recovery. That's why 2 people can run the same program, eat similar protein, and one grows faster. Often, the difference is sleep. The one who sleeps better recovers better, trains better, and stays consistent without burning out. What happens when you don't sleep enough? This is where it gets ugly. If you consistently get poor sleep, you can still build muscle, but it becomes much harder. Not impossible, just harder than it needs to be. Here is what usually happens. You feel weaker in the gym. Weights that felt normal suddenly feel heavy. You get tired faster during sets. Your stamina disappears. Your motivation drops. You start skipping sessions because everything feels like effort. Your soreness lasts longer. Instead of recovering in a day or 2, you stay sore for days. You recover slower, so you cannot train as often or as hard. And here's a sneaky one that makes people confused. Your mood gets worse. And when mood gets worse, your discipline gets weaker. You start thinking, what's the point? Even when you were motivated last week. Now let's add the biggest problem. Poor sleep can make your body more likely to lose muscle during dieting and more likely to store fat. So you end up in the worst combo. You train hard, but your body does not respond the way you want. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You can work hard, but you leak progress every day. Now let's talk about the sleep myths people use to avoid fixing this. Myth number 1, I can catch up on sleep on the weekend. Better than nothing, yes. If you're short on sleep, sleeping more on the weekend can help a little. But if your weekdays are constantly short, your body lives in a recovery deficit. It's like being in debt all week, then paying a small amount on Saturday and acting surprised you're still broke on Monday. That means training performance suffers during the week, appetite and stress are worse, and recovery quality stays low. Your body loves consistency. Not perfection, but consistency. Myth number 2, I will just take more caffeine. Caffeine can help you feel awake, but it does not replace recovery. It is like spraying perfume on a trash can. The problem is still there. If you're always tired, the answer is not always more pre-workout. Sometimes it is more sleep. Myth number 3, I'm fine on 5 hours, I'm built different. Some people can survive on less sleep for a while, but most people are not actually fine. They are just used to feeling tired. They think normal means waking up exhausted, needing coffee to function, and feeling drained by afternoon. That's not normal. That is your body adapting to bad sleep. Now the big question, how much sleep do you actually need? Let's keep it simple. Most adults do best with 7 to 9 hours. If you are training hard, trying to build muscle, and pushing your body, closer to 8 to 9 is usually better. If you are sleeping 5 to 6 hours regularly, you are making muscle building harder than it needs to be. Now, can you build muscle on 6 hours? Yes, especially if everything else is perfect. But most people do not have perfect nutrition, perfect stress control, perfect training, and perfect genetics. So sleep becomes even more important because it is the easiest multiplier you can improve. Think of sleep like a multiplier. Good sleep makes training and diet work better. Bad sleep makes training and diet work worse. How sleep affects your diet and appetite. This part surprises people. When you sleep less, your hunger signals often get louder. You crave more sugar, more salty food, more snacks, and more quick energy. That makes it harder to stay in a good diet plan, especially if you're trying to lose fat while building muscle. Also, when you are tired, you make worse decisions. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is tired. You skip cooking, you order junk, you snack late at night, you say one cookie, and then it becomes a full plate. So poor sleep does not just hurt recovery, it can quietly destroy your diet. And diet is part of muscle building. You cannot out-train bad habits forever. How to sleep better in real life without becoming a robot. You do not need a perfect bedtime routine, you just need a few smart moves you can stick to. First, set a sleep window. Pick a time you want to be in bed most nights. Even 30 minutes earlier can change a lot. You do not need to go from sleeping at 2 a.m. to sleeping at 9 p.m. Just move it slowly and keep it steady. Second, get morning light. Go outside for a few minutes after waking. This helps your body clock. It tells your brain it's daytime now. And that makes it easier to feel sleepy later at night. Third, stop the late night screen trap. If you scroll for 2 hours in bed, you are training your brain to stay awake. Try this. Put your phone away 30 minutes before sleep. Not forever, just 30 minutes. That alone helps many people more than any supplement. Fourth, control caffeine. If you drink caffeine late, your sleep quality drops even if you fall asleep. A simple rule is no caffeine 8 hours before bed, or at least cut it off in the afternoon. If you drink coffee at 6 p.m. and then wonder why you cannot sleep, that is not a mystery. That is a decision. Fifth, keep the room cool and dark. Your body sleeps better when the room is cooler and darker. It's basic, but it works. Use a fan if you can. Reduce light, use curtains. Sixth, don't train your mind to panic at night. A lot of people go to bed and start thinking about everything: work, money, plans, stress, problems. A simple fix is a brain dump. Write down tasks for tomorrow on paper. When your brain knows it will not forget, it relaxes. And if your life is busy, here's a strong hack: take short naps if needed. A 20-minute nap can help mood, recovery, and training performance. Just do not nap too long late in the day because then bedtime becomes harder. Now let's answer the main question clearly. How important is sleep for building muscle? It is extremely important. You can train hard, but sleep decides how well you recover. You can eat well, but sleep affects your hunger and choices. You can be consistent, but sleep decides how fast you actually adapt. If training is the spark, sleep is the fire that keeps it burning. No sleep, weak flame. Good sleep, strong fire. And here's the best part. You do not need perfect sleep to see results. Most people do not need to become a sleep expert. They just need to stop living like sleep is optional. If you get 6 hours right now, aim for 7. If you get 7, aim for 7.5 or 8. If your sleep is broken, fix one habit at a time instead of trying to fix everything in one night. Small improvements add up fast. Wrap up. If you want more muscle, treat sleep like training, not something you do if you have time, but something you protect because it makes everything else work. Aim for 7 to 9 hours. Build a simple routine you can actually follow. And remember, you do not need perfect sleep, you need better sleep. If this video helped you, hit like so more people stop obsessing over small supplements and start fixing the big stuff. Drop a comment and tell me how many hours you sleep on average, and what your biggest sleep problem is: late scrolling, stress, caffeine, or waking up too early. And subscribe for more simple, science-backed muscle building advice, because next time we're breaking down the most common muscle building mistake that looks hardcore, but actually slows your progress.